head coach told me before the game. In the locker room, he's telling his team before the game, this is the beginning of next year. They are a little disappointed they didn't make it to the college football playoff, but they want to use these extra 15 practices, this bowl game opportunity, as a starting point for next season. The next season starts today. That's the message as they take the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So Stanford's offense will take the field first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tells to run, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Blackburn. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Running inside. It's Ford. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. On a ground to cover here on third and long. Wants to throw. It's Warren. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Shoot, quick toss to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Selling the fake. Fires quickly.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Sells to run, looking to pass. Out wide right, it's Blaylock.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to keep it in the air. Caught behind the line. It's Blaylock. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quick give. It's Blaylock. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. The screen, he can go. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Got a little grass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the catch. It's all.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Second down to the air. Just left that ball well short. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Back to throw, it's Warren. Right side, it's Shaw. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Stop is made at the 22, a 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. He wants to throw it. Looking for the score! Looking to the end zone, it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Cardinal! Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Between the hashes, it's Sategna. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quick completion to the right. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. A fun postseason battle here, deadlocked at the end of the first. Here's a quick check of the stats so far. We've got a good one on our hands here. Let's hope we keep those good vibes going here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. He's got it all the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's SEK now. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down and 10. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Finds his man. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
It's a really nice job making the play. You think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years, but a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy's no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
They'll run it. It's Blaylock. Oh, he's got it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Great job by the back on the option. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up in the touchdown.
Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Drops back, it's Swarent. Out wide right, it's Blackburn. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Caught. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Straight ahead, it's Ford.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The fake that wants to throw. Almost picked off.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. On the ground, it's Blaylock. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Rides to the back. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control, and you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch Nice footwork, young fella.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Back to pass. It's Mateer. Incomplete. And they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Second and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Holds on, it's Sategna. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown Sooners. Put 6 on the board.
And there's more of an art to this than you know. Like to stick the ball in the belly of the running back and read a defender perfectly. They bite on the running back. QB makes the right read in Palmer. It's nice to have those wheels to go all the way down the field and punch it in for 6.
Yeah, David, this is a coaching staff that wants him to run the football. And sometimes it's going to be design runs. Sometimes it's going to be scrambles in the passing game. But the RPO is another way that he can hurt your defense with that speed you're talking about. Great decision to keep it. Nice job taking it all the way to the house.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Changing the routes with his receivers. Second down, gonna throw it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Flies to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, it's Ford. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Warren. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Great place to start for this offense. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack. That might have knocked him out of field goal range. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Out wide left, it's Shaw. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Making the adjustment on the play. Sets his feet. It's Warren. He's got him in the flat. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Hauls it in, and they swarm him under. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk. And, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Going to try to get it himself. He slides past the first down marker and picks it up on 4th. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Reese, talk about an entertaining first half, and always such a fun and vibrant environment there in Birmingham at the Birmingham Bowl. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. With that, let's send it back to Reese and the fellas for the second half of the Birmingham Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Complete to start this drive. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Look out! Right side, it's Sategna. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Picked off. And he's out of bounds right at the 15.
And that's the play the defense absolutely had to have. You know, going into halftime, you were down on the scoreboard. You just needed something really good to happen. And so right away, you get the interception, you create a turnover. That is huge. And it's critical now this offense is able to come on the field, take this thing down the field, score a touchdown, shorten this lead. You need complimentary football right now.
Making the adjustment. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense finds it.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that.
And he's in! Touchdown, Stanford! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. On the ground with the counter. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run him again. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Out wide right, it's Harris. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Sooners will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Trying to take it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. Hits inside, it's Ford. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Right side, it's Brown. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Working the ground game. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Hands it off on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together, 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cardinal! He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Down he goes. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Moves the pocket. It's Mateer. Here comes the heat. Working the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Escapes the sack, and he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. The run inside. It's Blaylock. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running inside. It's Irvin. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might as well run him again. Enough to move the chains. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Warren. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Back's got it on the screen. There he goes. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Quick give. It's Irvin. Maybe some room here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
1st down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Around 4 minutes to play in this postseason battle. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
You know, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field. They just couldn't hook up on that one.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Touchdown, Stanford! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
I think that's the hardest part about coaching 18 to 22-year-olds, David, is complacency is something you're always trying to fight. They were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Looked like they were just, you know, kind of cruising through early, had some miscues, but they fought their way back, and now they have the lead.
And they definitely were sleepwalking. And they knew they were the better team, but they dug themselves a huge hole. I love the response. They got punched right in the mouth, but they didn't quit, and they didn't pout, and they didn't sulk, and they responded really well. They got on a heater, man, and they took the lead in this ballgame.
Motion from the wide receiver. Sets his feet. It's Mateer. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. One possession game, getting late here, and the winner will take a great feeling into the offseason. Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the middle. In traffic, it's Robinson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Around 4 minutes to play in this postseason battle. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sategna. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Going for it all. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed the lead. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Yaw. Timeout, Oklahoma, that's their 2nd. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. They'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking for a man, it's Warren. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the 4th. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on